The city pulses with secrets, and tonight, one will unravel. Neon lights flicker on rain-slicked streets in downtown Miami. Ethan Caldwell, millionaire tech mogul, steps from his sleek black car. The air smells of salt, sweat, and distant cigar smoke. He adjusts his tailored suit, scanning the crowded sidewalk. People rush past, their voices a chaotic hum. Music spills from a nearby club, thumping like a heartbeat. Ethan's polished shoes click against the wet pavement. He is searching for her, his childhood love, Lila. They grew up in a crumbling neighborhood nearby. Lila's laughter once echoed through those alleyways. Her eyes, green as sea glass, haunted his dreams. 20 years ago, she vanished without a word. Ethan built his empire, but never forgot her. Tonight, a cryptic message led him here. "Find me where the city breathes," it said. His heart races as he pushes through the crowd. A street performer strums a guitar, notes sharp and fleeting. The scent of fried plantains wafts from a food cart. Ethan's eyes dart to every face, every shadow. He feels a prickle of unease, like being watched. The message came from an unknown number. It was her handwriting. He swears it. He clutches the folded note in his pocket. The paper feels brittle, like it holds secrets. He turns down a narrow, dimly lit street. Graffiti covers the walls, vibrant and chaotic. A cat hisses from a dumpster, eyes glowing. The air grows heavier, thick with tension. Ethan's breath catches as he sees her. A woman sits on a cardboard sheet, shivering. Her hair, once golden, is matted and dull. She wears a tattered coat, too thin for the night. Her face is gaunt, but those eyes, unmistakable. Lila, his Lila, is a ghost of herself. Ethan's knees buckle and he drops down. Tears stream as he kneels before her. The pavement is cold, gritty under his hands. "Lila, how did this happen?" he whispers. She stares, her gaze distant, almost vacant. Her lips tremble, but no words come. The crowd moves around them, indifferent. A distant siren wails, sharp and urgent. Ethan reaches for her hand, but she flinches. Her fingers are rough, nails chipped and dirty. He notices a scar on her wrist, fresh. It looks deliberate, like a jagged letter X. His stomach twists at the sight. "Lila, talk to me," he pleads softly. She shakes her head, eyes darting nervously. Something is wrong, deeply wrong, he feels. The street feels alive, watching their reunion. A man in a hoodie lingers nearby, staring. Ethan notices, his pulse quickening again. Lila's voice cracks, barely above a whisper. "You should not be here, Ethan," she says. Her words hit like a punch to his chest. He searches her face for answers, desperate. The city's noise fades, time slowing down. Her eyes flicker with fear, then resolve. "They know you came," she murmurs cryptically. Ethan frowns, confusion clouding his thoughts. "Who knows? What happened to you?" Lila pulls her coat tighter, avoiding his gaze. The air smells faintly of burning rubber. A car idles at the street's end, headlights dim. Ethan feels a chill unrelated to the night. He glances at the man in the hoodie. The stranger's face is shadowed, unreadable. Ethan's instincts scream to leave, but he stays. Lila was his anchor, his first everything. He built his fortune to escape their past. Now, she is here, broken and afraid. He notices a tattoo on her neck, new. It is a small, intricate key, freshly inked. The sight unsettles him, though he cannot say why. "Lila, come with me," he urges gently. She shakes her head, eyes wide with panic. "They will find us," she whispers fiercely. Ethan's heart pounds, questions swirling inside. Who are they? Why is she scared? The street feels tighter, walls closing in. A bottle shatters nearby, making him jump. Lila's hand grips his, cold and trembling. "Ethan, you do not understand," she says. Her voice carries a warning, sharp and clear. He notices a bruise on her cheek, faint. It was not there a moment ago. Was it? His mind races, piecing together fragments. The note, her fear, the man watching. Something dark is unfolding, he senses. The city's pulse feels like a trap. Lila pulls away, retreating into herself. "I never meant for this," she murmurs. Ethan's tears dry, replaced by determination. He will not lose her again, not now. The man in the hoodie steps closer. Ethan stands, shielding Lila instinctively. The stranger's eyes glint, cold and calculating. Ethan's phone buzzes in his pocket. Ignored. The air feels electric, charged with danger. Lila grabs his arm, her grip desperate. Run, Ethan, before it is too late. Her words echo, chilling his bones. He hesitates, torn between fear and loyalty. The stranger smirks, then slips into the crowd. Ethan's heart thunders, adrenaline surging fast. He looks at Lila, searching for truth. Her eyes hold secrets, deep and dark. The street hums with unseen threats. A second car pulls up, windows tinted. Ethan feels the weight of unseen eyes. Lila's scar, the tattoo, her fear. It connects. He does not know how, but it does. The city's lights blur, dizzying his senses. He kneels again, closer to her now. Lila, I will protect you, he vows. She shakes her head, tears falling silently. You cannot protect me from this, she says. Her voice is a blade, cutting deep. Ethan's world tilts, reality fracturing slowly. The note in his pocket feels heavier. He unfolds it, reading her words again. Find me where the city breathes. Below it, a symbol, a tiny key. His breath catches, recognizing the tattoo. The connection hits like a thunderbolt. Someone planned this, orchestrated their meeting. The man in the hoodie reappears, closer. Ethan's skin crawls, instinct screaming danger. Lila's hand trembles, clutching her coat. A glint of metal peeks from her sleeve. Is a weapon? A warning? Ethan's mind spirals, questions multiplying fast. The city's noise roars back, overwhelming. He hears footsteps, deliberate and close. Lila's eyes lock with his, pleading silently. Ethan, go, she whispers, voice breaking. He refuses, rooted to the spot. The stranger stops, just feet away now. Ethan notices a scar on his hand. It matches Lila's, an X, jagged and cruel. His blood runs cold, realization dawning. This is no coincidence, no chance reunion. Lila's fear is not just about her. It is about him, about them both. The car's engines hum, low and menacing. Ethan feels trapped, a pawn in play. Lila's tattoo, the note, the scars, clues. A crime is unfolding, dark and twisted. He grabs her hand, pulling her up. She resists, but he does not relent. We leave together, he says firmly. Her eyes widen, fear mixing with hope. The stranger steps forward, hand in pocket. Ethan's heart stops, expecting the worst. A gunshot cracks through the night air. Lila screams, collapsing against him. The crowd scatters, chaos erupting fast. Ethan holds her, blood pooling beneath. The stranger vanishes, swallowed by shadows. Lila's breath is shallow, her eyes fading. Ethan, they know, she gasps weakly. His tears fall, mixing with her blood. The city's pulse drowns out his cries. He cradles her, refusing to let go. Sirens grow louder, but too late. The note slips from his hand, unnoticed. It lands in blood, the key symbol gleaming. Ethan's world shatters, but questions remain. Who did this? Why Lila? Why now? The story is just beginning to unravel. Ethan cradles Lila, her blood warm on his hands. The city's chaos swallows the gunshot's echo. Miami's neon lights pulse, cold and unforgiving. Sirens scream closer, cutting through the night. He presses his hand against her wound, desperate. Lila's eyes flutter, her breath shallow and ragged. They know, she whispers, voice barely audible. The crowd thins, leaving only shadows and fear. Ethan's heart pounds, his mind racing wildly. Who shot her? Why target Lila now? The note in the blood taunts him. Its key symbol glares, a silent accusation. He scans the street, searching for the stranger. The man in the hoodie is gone. A police car screeches to a stop nearby. Officers shout, their radios crackling with urgency. Ethan's suit is stained, sticky with blood. The air smells of iron and diesel fumes. Lila's hand grips his, weak but insistent. Find the key, she murmurs, eyes closing. Paramedics rush over, pushing Ethan aside. He stumbles back, the pavement rough beneath him. The note lies crumpled, smeared with red. He snatches it, shoving it into his pocket. The paramedics work fast, their voices clipped. Lila's face is pale, almost translucent now. Ethan's chest tightens, dread choking his breath. The city feels alive, conspiring against him. A cop approaches, his badge glinting faintly. "Sir, what happened here?" he demands sharply. Ethan's voice catches, words failing him. He points to Lila, now on a stretcher. "She was shot," he manages, voice shaking. The cop's eyes narrow, studying Ethan closely. Something about his gaze feels wrong, probing. Ethan notices a cop's hand, scarred with an X. His stomach lurches, recalling Lila's wrist. The same mark, jagged and deliberate. He steps back, instinct screaming to flee. The cop writes something, his pen scratching loudly. Ethan's phone buzzes again, insistent and ignored. He glances at the paramedics, working frantically. Lila's chest rises faintly, hope clinging on. The cop steps closer, his radio crackling static. "Stay here. We need your statement," he says. Ethan nods, but his mind races elsewhere. The key, the scar, the stranger, all connected. He feels eyes watching from the shadows. A streetlight flickers, casting eerie, shifting shapes. The air grows heavier, thick with salt and fear. Ethan's fingers trace the note in his pocket. Lila's words echo. "Find the key." He notices a tattoo on the cop's neck. It is a key, small and intricate. His blood runs cold, connections snapping together. The cop turns away, speaking into his radio. Ethan slips into the crowd, heart pounding. He needs answers, not questions from police. The city's pulse thrums, alive with secrets. He ducks into an alley, walls damp and grimy. The smell of rotting garbage stings his nose. Footsteps echo behind him, deliberate and close. He quickens his pace, shadow swallowing light. The note feels like a bomb in his hand. He unfolds it under a flickering street lamp. Below the key symbol, faint words appear. "Warehouse 17, midnight, come alone." His breath catches, fear twisting his gut. Warehouse 17 is in the old docks. He knows the place, abandoned, dangerous, isolated. The air hums with distant ship horns. Ethan checks his watch, 11:15 p.m. 45 minutes to reach the docks. He hesitates, Lila's warning ringing in his ears. "They know," she said, fear in her eyes. But he cannot stop, not with her dying. He hails a cab, the driver's eyes shadowed. The car smells of stale cigarettes and leather. "To the docks, fast," Ethan says, voice firm. The driver nods, pulling into the night. Miami's skyline blurs, a maze of lights. Ethan's mind churns, piecing together clues. The key tattoo, the X scar, the note. Someone lured him to Lila, but why? The cab jolts over uneven roads, jarring him. He grips the note, its edges frayed. The driver glances back, his expression unreadable. Ethan's skin prickles, unease creeping in. He notices a keychain dangling from the ignition. It is shaped like a small, ornate key. His pulse spikes, suspicion flaring hot. "Is this cab yours?" Ethan asks cautiously. The driver grunts, eyes fixed on the road. Ethan's hand tightens around his phone. He texts his assistant, "Track my location." The docks loom ahead, dark and foreboding. Rusted cranes tower like skeletal giants. The air smells of seaweed and old metal. The cab stops near a crumbling warehouse. Warehouse 17, the driver says, voice flat. Ethan pays, stepping into the damp night. The cab speeds off, tires screeching loudly. He stands alone, the warehouse looming large. Its windows are shattered, glass glinting faintly. The sea laps nearby, a restless, hungry sound. Ethan checks his watch, 11:55 p.m. His heart races, anticipation mixing with dread. He steps toward the warehouse, shoes crunching gravel. A faint light glows inside, flickering weakly. He pushes the door, its hinges groaning. The air inside is stale, heavy with dust. Metal clanks somewhere deep in the darkness. Ethan freezes, his breath catching sharply. A figure moves in the shadows, barely visible. Who's there? Ethan calls, voice echoing. No answer comes, only silence and tension. He steps forward, floorboards creaking underfoot. A table sits in the center, illuminated faintly. On it lies a key, large and rusted. Next to it, a photograph, edges curling. Ethan approaches, his heart pounding louder. The photo shows Lila younger, smiling brightly. She stands with man, face obscured. Ethan's chest tightens, recognized in the background. It is their old neighborhood, now long gone. He flips the photo, finding handwriting scrawled. Unlock the truth, or she dies. His hands tremble, the words searing his mind. A noise behind him, sharp and sudden. He spins, seeing only darkness and shapes. The key on the table feels like a trap. He grabs it, its weight cold and heavy. Footsteps echo again, closer this time. Ethan's phone buzzes, a message flashing. You should not have come, it reads. His blood freezes, fear gripping his core. The light flickers out, plunging him into darkness. He clutches the key, its edges biting his palm. A whisper cuts through the silence. Soft. Ethan, it says, voice low and menacing. He backs away, heart thundering in his chest. The warehouse feels alive, walls closing in. He stumbles over something, cold and hard. His fingers brush metal, a chain rusted. The whisper comes again, closer now. You cannot escape the past, it says. Ethan's mind races, Lila's face flashing. He grips the key, resolve hardening fast. He will not let her die. Not again. A shadow moves, too fast to track. Ethan runs, the warehouse a maze of darkness. He bursts outside, the sea air biting. The city's lights gleam, distant and uncaring. He checks the photo again, heart sinking. The man's hand in the photo, scarred. An X, jagged, just like Lila's. The puzzle grows darker, pieces misaligned. Ethan's phone buzzes, another message arriving. Midnight was your warning, it says. He looks around, the dock's eerily silent. The key in his hand feels heavier now. What does it unlock? What truth awaits? Lila's life hangs in the balance. He starts walking, the city watching him. The story twists deeper, secrets unraveling slowly. Ethan clutches the rusted key, its edges biting his palm. Miami's docks hum with a restless, salty breeze. The warehouse looms behind him, dark and silent. His shoes crunch on gravel, echoing in the night. The city's lights flicker, distant and cold. The photograph burns in his pocket, Lila's smile haunting. Her words echo, unlock the truth or she dies. His phone vibrates, another message from the unknown. Too late to run, it says, chillingly brief. Ethan's heart races, fear coiling like a snake. The air smells of rust and rotting fish. Waves slap against the pier, rhythmic and ominous. He scans the shadows, expecting the stranger's return. The man with the X scar, where is he? Ethan's breath catches, his pulse hammering loud. A figure emerges from the darkness, moving fast. It is not the stranger, but a woman. Her face is half hidden, a hood obscuring features. She moves with purpose, her steps deliberate. Ethan freezes, the key heavy in his hand. Who are you? He calls, voice cracking. The woman stops, her eyes glinting like steel. You should not have come, Ethan, she says. Her voice is low, familiar, yet wrong. It carries a cadence he cannot place. His skin prickles, dread tightening his chest. She steps closer, her boots scraping the ground. The air grows colder, thick with tension. He notices a tattoo on her wrist, a key. It matches Lila's, intricate and freshly inked. His mind reels, connection snapping into place. The woman pulls back her hood, revealing her face. She looks like Lila, but older, harder. Her eyes are green, but cold, not warm. Ethan's knees weaken, his world tilting sideways. You are not Lila, he whispers, voice trembling. She smirks, her lips curling with malice. Lila is a ghost, Ethan, she says sharply. The words hit like a blade, cutting deep. He stumbles back, the key slipping slightly. The photograph in his pocket feels heavier. The woman steps closer, her gaze unrelenting. "You walked into a trap," she says coldly. The docks feel alive, conspiratorial and menacing. A foghorn moans in the distance, low and mournful. Ethan's mind races, piecing together fragments. The note, the key, the scars, all orchestrated. "Who are you?" he demands, voice rising. She laughs, a sound sharp and bitter. "Someone who knows your past," she says. Her words drip with menace, heavy with secrets. Ethan's hand tightens around the key, desperate. The woman pulls something from her jacket. A gun glints in the dim light, steady. His heart stops, adrenaline flooding his veins. "Give me the key," she says, voice flat. Ethan steps back, the pier's edge close. The water below churns, black and hungry. "I do not understand," he says, stalling. Her eyes narrow, impatient and calculating. "You were warned, Ethan," she says softly. The gun rises, aimed at his chest. He notices a scar on her hand, X. It matches Lila's, the stranger's, the cop's. His blood runs cold, realization crashing in. This is a network, a web of danger. He glances at the warehouse, seeking escape. Its shadows offer no safety, only darkness. The woman steps closer, her boots loud. "Last chance," she says, finger on the trigger. Ethan's mind flashes to Lila, bleeding out. He cannot fail her, not now. He bolts, sprinting toward the warehouse. The gun fires, the shot deafeningly close. The bullet grazes his arm, burning hot. He stumbles, pain searing through his flesh. The woman curses, her footsteps pounding behind. Ethan dives into the warehouse, shadows swallowing him. The air inside is damp, thick with mildew. Metal clanks somewhere deep, echoing eerily. He grips the key, its weight grounding him. The woman's voice calls, chilling and close. "You cannot hide, Ethan," she taunts. He crouches behind crates, heart thundering wildly. The floor is slick, sticky with grime. He hears her boots, deliberate and searching. His arm throbs, blood soaking his sleeve. The photograph slips from his pocket, unnoticed. It lands in the dust, Lila's face upturned. Ethan's breath hitches, guilt clawing his chest. He moves deeper, the warehouse a labyrinth. A faint light flickers, revealing rusted machinery. The air smells of oil and decay. He finds a door, locked and heavy. The key in his hand feels alive, pulsing. He tries it, the lock clicking open. The door creaks, revealing a narrow stairwell. He descends, the air growing colder, heavier. The woman's footsteps stop, her presence looming. Ethan's phone buzzes, another message flashing. "Unlock it or she dies tonight," it reads. His stomach twists, fear choking his throat. The stairwell ends in a small room. A safe sits in the corner, old and rusted. The key fits its lock, turning smoothly. Inside, a folder, thick with papers, waits. He opens it, hands trembling with urgency. Photos, documents, and names spill out. Lila's face stares from one photograph, younger. Another shows Ethan, unaware years ago. A list of names, some crossed out. His name is there, circled in red. The woman's voice echoes from above, closer. "You found it," she says, almost amused. Ethan's heart pounds, the truth within reach. The documents mention a project, Killock. It speaks of experiments, secrets, and betrayals. Lila's name appears, linked to a facility. Ethan's past with her feels tainted, manipulated. The woman's boots clomb down the stairs. He shoves the folder into his jacket. The safe holds one more item, a tape. It is labeled Lila Confession 2005. His hands shake, the implications overwhelming. The woman appears in the doorway, gun raised. "You are too late," she says, smirking. Ethan ducks, the folder slipping slightly. He runs, crashing through another door. The warehouse opens to the docks again. The sea air hits, sharp and briny. He sprints, the woman's shots ringing out. Bullets spark against metal, missing narrowly. Ethan's arm burns, blood dripping steadily. He hides behind a rusted container, panting. The city's pulse feels like a predator's heartbeat. He checks the folder, scanning quickly. A name stands out, Dr. Elias Marrow. It is linked to Lila, to Keelock. Ethan's childhood flashes. Lila mentioned a doctor. The memory is hazy, but chillingly real. The woman's voice calls, taunting and relentless. "You cannot outrun the truth," she shouts. Ethan's phone buzzes, a final message. Hospital, now. She is fading fast. His heart lurches, Lila's life slipping away. He runs again, the doc's a blur. The key in his hand feels heavier. The folder's secrets burn in his mind. Who is this woman? What is Keelock? Lila's confession tape weighs like a stone. The city watches, its secrets tightening their grip. Ethan's arm throbs, but he keeps moving. The hospital is miles away, time short. A car screeches nearby, headlights blinding him. The woman's silhouette appears, gun in hand. Ethan dives into shadows, heart pounding. The story spirals, the truth dangerously close. Ethan sprints through Miami's docks, the folder clutched tight. The woman's gunfire echoes, bullets sparking on metal. His arm burns, blood seeping through his sleeve. The city's pulse throbs, alive with menace. Salt air stings his lungs, sharp and briny. He ducks behind a crate, heart pounding wildly. The folder's secrets weigh heavy in his jacket. Lila's confession tape feels like a bomb. The hospital message haunts him. She is fading. He needs to reach her to understand Keelock. The woman's boots clomp closer, relentless, predatory. Her voice cuts through the night, chillingly calm. "You cannot run forever, Ethan," she taunts. He peers out, her silhouette stark against headlights. The key in his hand pulses with purpose. He bolts again, weaving through rusted cranes. The sea roars below, waves crashing like thunder. His shoes slip on wet planks. Treacherous. A car engine revs, headlights sweeping near. Ethan dives into shadows, breath ragged, desperate. The folder mentions Dr. Elias Marrow, sinister. Lila's name ties to experiments, dark secrets. His childhood with her feels like a lie. The tape labeled Lila, Confession, 2005, burns. He reaches a derelict warehouse, door ajar. The air inside is musty, thick with decay. Metal groans overhead, like a dying beast. He slips inside, the darkness swallowing him. His phone buzzes, another unknown message flashing. "Look behind you." It reads, ice cold. Ethan spins, heart lurching, seeing nothing. The woman's laughter echoes, distant but close. He grips the key, its edges cutting skin. A faint glow flickers from a corner. He creeps toward it, floorboards creaking softly. A small recorder sits on a crate. It is old, dust-covered, but intact. The tape fits, clicking into place perfectly. He presses play, Lila's voice crackling through. "Ethan, if you hear this, it is over." Her words hit like a punch, raw. "I was part of Keelock, against my will." His stomach twists, betrayal sinking in deep. "They changed me, rewrote my memories," she says. The recorder hums, static hissing like whispers. Dr. Marrow wanted control, power over minds. Ethan's blood runs cold, the truth unraveling. Lila's voice trembles, heavy with guilt. "We were kids," Ethan experiments, not friends. His world shatters, childhood memories fracturing fast. The woman's boots echo, entering the warehouse. He stops the tape, heart thundering loudly. The glow flickers out, darkness closing in. He slips the recorder into his pocket. Lila's confession rewrites everything he knows. The key, the scars, the tattoos, markers. Keelock was a project, a twisted experiment. He remembers Lila's laughter, now tainted, false. The woman's voice calls, closer, venomous. "You found her truth, did you not?" Ethan's breath catches, trapped in her web. He moves, dodging crates, seeking an exit. The air smells of rust and fear. A door looms ahead, rusted but open. He slips through, the dock sprawling outside. Headlights flash, a car speeding toward him. He dives aside, rolling on wet gravel. The car stops, doors slamming, voices shouting. Ethan scrambles up, the folder slipping slightly. He runs, the city's lights blurring past. The hospital is close, Lila's life fading. His arm throbs, pain a constant scream. The woman's laughter follows, ghostly, relentless. He reaches a street, neon signs buzzing. The air smells of fried food, exhaust. A cab idles nearby, its driver watching. Ethan hesitates, the keychain glinting, a key. His pulse spikes, distrust flaring hot. He waves a cab off, running instead. The hospital's glow rises, a beacon ahead. His phone buzzes, another message, chillingly brief. She is awake, but not for long. Ethan's heart leaps, hope clashing with dread. He bursts into the hospital, sterile air biting. The lobby smells of antiseptic, cold and sharp. Nurses glance up, their faces blurred, suspicious. He demands Lila's room, voice hoarse, urgent. The receptionist points, her eyes oddly knowing. He races down halls, lights harsh and flickering. Lila's room is dim, machines beeping rhythmically. She lies there, pale, tubes snaking from her. Her eyes open, green but dull, fading. "Ethan," she whispers, voice weak, trembling. He kneels beside her, tears burning his eyes. The key falls from his hand, clattering. Her gaze locks on it, fear flashing. "They made me forget you," she says. His heart twists, Lila's confession tape echoing. "You were not my love," she murmurs. The words cut deeper than any bullet. "I was programmed to draw you in." Ethan's world spins, reality crumbling fast. Keelock manipulated them, twisted their past. He grabs her hand, cold and fragile. "Who did this to us?" he asks. Her lips part, but a noise interrupts. The door creaks, a shadow stepping in. It is the woman, gun in hand. Her face is Lila's, but older, colder. Ethan freezes, the truth slamming into him. "You are her sister," he says, stunned. She smirks, the key tattoo gleaming faintly. "Twins, Ethan, split by Keelock's design," she says. His mind reels, the twist gut-wrenching raw. Lila's sister, a mirror, a betrayer. "They made me watch her suffer," she says. Her voice drips with pain, rage, vengeance. The gun trembles, aimed at his chest. "Lila was bait, you were the target." Ethan's breath stops, the folder slipping free. Papers scatter, Keelock's secrets spilling out. A name catches his eye, his own. He was not just a victim, but central. The sister steps closer, her eyes burning. "You funded Keelock, Ethan, unknowingly," she says. "His empire, his millions, built on lies." The hospital room feels like a trap. Machines beep louder, Lila's breath weakening. He looks at her, his heart breaking. The sister's gun wavers, her face conflicted. "I wanted justice, not this," she whispers. Ethan's phone buzzes, another message flashing. "Keelock lives, Ethan. Find Merrill." It reads. His blood chills, new questions surging fast. The sister turns, slipping into the hall. Lila's eyes close, her chest barely moving. Ethan grabs a folder, papers crumpling. The key lies on the floor, gleaming. He picks it up, resolve hardening inside. Dr. Merrill is out there, pulling strings. The hospital's sterile hum feels suffocating now. Ethan stands, Lila's confession tape heavy. The sister's words echo. "You were the target." What did Keelock do to him? The city outside waits, secrets pulsing darkly. He steps into the hall, shadows shifting. A nurse watches, her hand scarred, an X. Ethan's heart races, the web tightening. The story spirals, new mysteries clawing free.